can't leave you behind. Yay! Alright, put the money in your piggy bank and then...
Can you take my book again? Mommy? At class, Miss Cruz said Miss Cruz is gonna come to my house.
Gonna come to your... Oh yeah? Why?
Because I love her.
You want her to come to your house because you love her? Oh my goodness, Mark. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. I read your dialogue. I'm not gonna change it. The only thing I will hope, you know, you use better words, okay? The dialogue. And the only thing I could say is that when they have the names already on the paper and you're not sure how to spell it, just look at the paper how they write it. Here, please, what? What's this?
Frankly.
Frankly or Frankie?
Frankie. Oh,
okay, uppercase F because that's the name of the person. Alright, and there's the name right here. Fix that.
Alright.
Oh, you already putting food on the thing. That. And I want your handwriting to be much cleaner, Michael. You look sloppy. Like you don't care. What was it? Uppercase F?
That's probably because my face is I'm sharpening it.
K.
It's
I-E. Alright, period. And over here, everything is correct except for here. You have the order correct, but read it.
List the foods in order from least like to most like.
List the foods 10, 10, 15, and 20. Okay?
Not just have to write Japanese and
Yes, that's what you have to write. The numbers are not food. They are in the order 10, 10, and 20. But write the name. Okay.
So first was, I can check here. Italy and Japanese.
Alright, make sure each of the words start with uppercase. And don't write too big.
Japanese.
You see your A's? I don't want that curve to come in, okay? It looks like a O. Okay? Yes. J-A-P-A-N-E-E, N-E, one E, S-E. Comma. And what's the next one?
Mexican. I mean, no. Italian.
Okay, Italian, uppercase I. Don't write too big because you want to know. C-A-L-I-A-N. Okay, what's after 10?
Italian. Here, Mexican.
Okay, uppercase M. I-C-A-N. Comma.
And this is the last one.
I put the comma after Mexican. And the next one is what?
Die.
Okay.
Which is the easy.
Where's the comma? Okay. Uppercase T. H-A. Make the H better. Bring the line up. It looks like a N in a way. Alright, leave it there.
No, I'm doing
it. You went over the same line. Just leave it. The other thing here, everything else is correct. I checked it. The ones that you missed, you left empty.
Yeah,
a food made from milk. What food? Okay, even if you don't know, what's up here that you didn't use, that is food. Something you eat.
Like bread. Like peach. No, I did use cheese.
What do you think cheese is made of? It's made out of milk, so it's cheese. Peach is something you eat. They're up here. These words are up here. Some of them are up here. The word is display. When you display something, it's to show something.
A way to fix the hair, we should braid.
Okay.
Some words I never knew.
Okay.
What they mean. Now I know that.
Alright.
Everything else is correct?
Yeah. Can you just read your what it is? What is it? You bought it. I'll read it out loud. How silly that is. Okay? The picture to the right shows Mr. Soul, a shoe salesman, presenting a new pair of shoes to 4-year-old Frankie and his mother, Mrs. John. Mrs. Jones. Frankie is crying because he is unhappy with the shoes that Mr. Soul is showing him. On the line below, write a dialogue from their conversation. Mr. Soul. Hi Frankie, I have a pair of shoes right here that I know you'll love. Mrs. Jones. Oh, those are nice. Look Frankie, they're blue, your favorite color. Frankie. I hate them. Moron. Mrs. John. Oh man. Frankie. Wah! Mrs. John. Please stop. Frankie. Get out of the house. The shoe salesman is not in the house. He's at the shoe store. Okay? Get out the house, Mr. Soul. No, Frankie. And you didn't close your coat, okay? Your coat needs to be closed, and they need to be closer to the thing. Okay. Mrs. John, be nice, Frankie. Mr. Soul, please, Frankie. Frankie, get out. Mrs. John, no, dummy. What is that? I'll leave it, but they told you to make a dialogue, but that's your dialogue. I don't like it, but
sorry.
You're laughing. Are they gonna read it out loud in the classroom?
No.
Do the teacher sometime check homework together? While you're sitting, Mark is in the bathroom.
I want you to read that to Mark too.
Okay, let me read that thing because I need to finish. Start the next. Let me put this as your reading log since you.
My dialogue? My dialogue?
No, this. Did you do it with your friend?
No.
I'm kind of proud of your homework today.
Yes, I did everything good.
Not only you did everything good, I mean, not only you did everything, but they are. Yes? And I always tell you that. Don't take stuff out of your book bag when you're in the bus. Because you don't want to be looking for stuff when it's time for you to get off.
Crazy. That's so crazy. He's so crazy.
I'm going to read something for Michael. Please don't. I don't know. Okay. We haven't read that since you've been studying. Cut this and mix it. You want me to cut it for you?
No.
Is it hard?
No.
Okay, you make it look like it's hard. And please, don't drop food on the table. Alright, chapter 2. Dawn assault on Portobello. Beginning with his successful raid on New Spain in 1663, Morgan continues to pose a threat to the Spanish Main. In retaliation, the Spaniard plotted revenge. Okay? Early in 1668, Governor Rutherford heard rumors that the Spanish might attack Jamaica soon. Summoning Morgan, by now his right-hand man, Maparis ordered him to attack Puerto Príncipe, then Cuba's second richest city after the capital of Havana. The goal was to collect information about the coming Spanish assault on Jamaica. A second aim was to gather gold and other loot. What did I say loot was? Don't drink all the milk while you still have food. Put that back. What is loot? What is loot?
Don't know.
They're gonna when they attack somebody, the things that they take after, let's say they win the fight, the battle, they grab everything that's valuable to the other people and they take it. It become theirs. That become their loot. Okay. The expedition set out in March 1668 and produced mixed results. Morgan did capture Puerto Príncipe and he discovered some valuable information about Spanish military strength in the region. But the treasure he collected was far less than he had hoped for. He soon decided not to waste any more time in Cuba.
Did we read this?
Okay. Remember in the introduction how, pirateer get paid? How do they get paid, if you remember?
By having the stuff that they fighting for.
Okay, whatever, any valuable like loot that they get, they keep it. That's become their way of payment. All right, they do all the work. Whatever they capture, they take. They do whatever they want with it. All right.
So it's just that whatever the king says for them to destroy or something, they do what he says, and once the job is done, when they come back and get all the stuff from the place that they got the.
Yes, they take what.
He's gonna say.
That's theirs. The king cannot take it from them.
What if I didn't want it? What if I let the king have it?
Well, you can do whatever you want. It's just that the king is not gonna pay you anything. You just go do what he says and keep whatever you find. Okay? So that's they were using him pretty much. Puerto Príncipe leading citizens feared the dreaded privateer will destroy their town before departing. As Morgan wrote in the mission's official report, they begged him not to fire the town or bring away prisoners. Their pleas were heard. Morgan took pity on them and released them all. Okay, he didn't take any prisoner. He just let them go. Okay, more challenging and more dangerous. By the time Morgan left Cuba, it was midsummer 1668. His men were disappointed that their venture had generated so little in treasure. So they didn't get that much treasure. Okay? Because remember, that's how they get paid. That's how they get paid. Whatever treasure they get, they keep. There wasn't that much treasure. So they were doing a lot of work, not much they're getting back. As Isikrim Milling put it, the haul of booty is also loot. Things that they get. What?
Okay. Do you know what happens if they do destroy something that the king says, but they don't get anything back?
Yeah. So they just do what the king said. They get nothing back.
Oh,
Alright.
Fail.
I know. As Isikrim put it, the haul of booty. Remember, booty is also another word for loot, treasure. Okay. Was not sufficient to pay their debt at Jamaica. So those people who were helping him had things to pay, but they're doing all those work and they're not getting any treasure. So, and they have people they have to pay that they owe money to. They're not getting much to pay their debt. Okay. Okay. So Captain Morgan proposed they should think on some other enterprise to fill their pockets. Okay. Morgan telling them, let's do different things to get money. The enterprise Morgan chose was bigger than any he had ever attempted. He decided to loot Portobello, a key Spanish colonial port located on the Caribbean coast of the Isthmus of Panama. Portobello was then one of the richest places in the entire Spanish Main. Okay, so this is one place that that had a lot of treasure. The town, meaning beautiful port, okay, when they say what is it, Istanbul of Panama, it means beautiful port. Okay, was a vital transfer point for the gold and silver the Spanish mined in Peru and northwestern South America. The treasure chests were hauled overland to Portobello, and from there heavily armed ships called galleon transported the wealth to the port of Cadiz in Spain. Okay, so that's where the Spanish kept most of their valuable thing. Not surprisingly, with so much treasure passing through Portobello, the port was heavily defended. Okay, so it wasn't easy for them to go and get it, because the Spanish had a lot of valuable things that they want, so they defended very well.
So they are like protecting it.
They're protecting it, exactly.
They use metal or something.
Okay, we don't know what they did to protect it. Mm-hmm. Wait, shush. You finished, Mark? I'll be right back. Yeah, I read that at some point in this book. Why do pirates wear patches in their eyes? On one eye.
I think because their eye hurts.
Do you know, Michael? From what I read is that because they usually in the ship, you guys were in one of the ship before. You see how dark it is under there, right? Mm-hmm. So when they cover their eyes, okay, when they under the in the ship, it's so dark. So when they come out, your eyes usually take time to adjust to the brightness. So the eye that's already covered, they will switch it and turn and open the one that's been under there. Do you understand?
Oh, okay. So that's why they closed the part where it's so dark.
Yes, when they pretty much switch it back and forth between when there's light and then when there's in the dark. Okay? Mm-hmm. Because their eyes take time to adjust.
Oh, wait. I just want to see the funny thing.
You see, when you get up in the middle of the night to pee, sometimes I said don't turn on the light at all. Right? Because when you just get out of bed, you could see through the bathroom without any light, right? It's still dark, but you could still see enough to do what you need to do, because your eyes is gonna take a while to adjust. So I said, don't turn on the light at all, just walk. If you're scared, I usually go with you. Right, Mark? Mm-hmm. All right. So that's why I usually said, that's one reason I usually tell you don't turn on the light, because
of what happened to the
your eyes, when you're already in the dark, your eyes already adjust. It's used to the darkness. So when you turn it on, you'll be like this. You'll be squinting because it's so bright. So I'll say just don't turn on the light at all. Understand?
Okay. So I think
all right. Let me read, because we have 2 or 3 more books. When do we have?
The funny thing.
October 20th. What funny thing?
The thing I wrote.
When I finish, you could read it to him. But let me read this. That's going to be part of your reading guide. Okay? The Enterprise Morgan shoes was bigger than any... Where did I read? Okay. Great quantity of stone. Not surprised with so much treasure passing to Portobello. 3 stone castle. Okay. This is where... The town, meaning beautiful port. Okay. Not surprisingly, with so much treasure passing through Portobello, the port was heavily defended. 3 stone castles guarded it. 3 stone castles, huge castle made out of stone, was protecting it. One featured 12 cannon. You guys know how a cannon looked like, right?
Mm-hmm. We even saw a shot.
And 100 soldiers. The second was armed with even more firepower. 32 cannon, 200 men. However, the third castle was still under construction and had fewer than 10 soldiers. Morgan's spies had advised him about this weak point, and he planned to exploit it. Okay, so how many castle they had? Three. And which one do you think Morgan was gonna use in order for him to go and attack?
The one that's weak. Like
Which
the
one
one that's not. That's in construction.
That's under construction, which means they don't need a lot of people to guard it because it's still being built. Okay? He also knew that besides the castle, cannon and soldiers, there were few obstacles to overcome. And as Kremelin's word, the town was inhabited by only about 400 families. Okay? So they didn't have that many families. They were a good amount, but anyway. Great quantities of stones. Morgan launched his assault on Portobello shortly before dawn on July 10th, 1668. Astonishingly, he had earlier anchored his ship well down the coast, several miles from the city. Then his fighters, more than 500 strong, employed canoe to sneak up on their target. Reaching the beaches near Portobello at sunrise, they ditched their landing craft and rapidly moved on the city. The attack was so sudden that the defenders in the first castle managed to fire only a single cannonball. Okay, did they know they were coming? If you finish, put this in the sink and put water in it.
No.
The attack was so sudden that the defenders in the first castle managed to fire only a single cannonball. It flew, don't do that, it flew harmlessly over the English attacker's head. Alright, they only had chance to fire only one cannonball. Clean this, Michael, and bring this over there. Do not put this in the thing that had the fish. Okay, when I get up. Alright, as the invaders raced toward the town, the inhabitants fell into panic because many of them were well-to-do. They were worried about their valuables. Okay? According to Kremelin, who was among the attackers, they cast their precious jewelry and money into wells, or they hid them in places underground. That way, they might not be totally robbed. Okay? So pretty much the people who were living there, they were rich. They had a lot of money, a lot of gold, a lot of valuable. Mark, please try not to touch the fish. Your hand is going to smell like fish.
What?
Okay? Make sure you wash your hand once you're done. Do not touch your clothes after that. Okay? You're touching the thing. That's one reason I don't like fish. It smells.
But it's nice to eat.
That way, they might not totally, okay? After Morgan had captured the town and first castle, he turned his attention to the other two forts. The soldiers and those garrisoned fought bravely. The Spaniards let fall great quantities of stone from the walls. As Kremelin wrote, they also threw down earthen pots full of gunpowder. As Kremelin also claimed that Morgan used local priests and nuns as human shield. Okay, he used people to cover him so he doesn't get hit. Okay, according to this account, the Englishmen approached the final castle hidden behind Spanish clergymen and sisters. It was hoped that the fortress defenders will hold their fire for fear of killing the innocent. As Kremelin wrote, the soldiers, the religious men and women begged Morgan to spare their lives, but he refused to listen to their pleas. Thus, many of the religious men and nuns were killed. Did he kill the nuns and priests?
No.
Who killed them?
People.
Their own people. Their own people. The soldiers that, what's his name? That Morgan was attacking. because he used those other people, the priests and the nuns, as human shield. You understand?
Yeah.
Alright?
So you get shield?
Human shield. You use shield for what? Why do you use a shield?
Protection.
For protection. So human shield become his protection.
Well,
I was gonna
it isn't
say
useful.
Huh?
It isn't, but it's not useful.
Well, if he survived, that means whatever he did work. Alright? So, enormous haul. Morgan's assault ended before noon. Along with the town, his raiders had captured all 3 castles. Wow. He quickly ran up the English flag and ordered his men to search high and low for gold, silver, jewelry, and other riches. In the end, the haul was enormous. The collection of silver bars and plates, gold and silver coins were worth roughly 100,000 pesos. That was the equivalent of many millions of dollars today. Okay? Having conducted one of history's biggest treasure raid, Morgan freed his prisoners and departed. The venture proved and triumphed not only for him but also for Jamaica. It also sent huge political wave to the Americas and Europe. For their part, the Spaniards were outraged. Spain and England were not officially at war at the time. Spain's angry King Carlos II now gave his own privateer the green light to raid Jamaica. Michael, I'm reading this for you.
Still listening.
So get back here.
I want to help Daddy.
Should I give you this to read yourself and then later ask you a question?
Nah.
So sit down and listen. Wait until Daddy's gonna come over here. Give him time to get settled. Alright, what did I say so far? If you were listening.
You said that his soldiers destroyed the 3.
Yes, you were over here when I said that. What did I read when you were back there?
I know.
Go ahead, Mark.
What you said? They let their prisoner free.
And what else?
That too.
Why did they let the prisoners free?
They didn't need them.
Because
That's
they
right.
didn't need them.
What is that?
Because they didn't need them.
Yeah. And then what did they catch? What did they take after they let the...
Iron and gold, coins.
They take the treasure chest, everything, all the
Iron,
valuables.
gold, and gas. Iron, gold, and gas.
Gas? I don't know about gas. But was the King of Spain happy about that?
Yes.
No, because he invaded his port. That was the Spanish port. He wasn't happy about that. And at that time, English and Spain were not at war. But Morgan went because he needed money. All the places that the king, his king, the English king, told him to go invade, they had no money. Okay? When he finished raid them, there was nothing for him. Okay? The people who were helping him needed money to pay their debt. So he took this, he went to invade this Spanish place, Tapmore, because he needed money. And he knew they had money there. So that's why he went. So now the Spanish king was very angry. Now he's sending his own privateer to go do something. So that's why I'm up to now. Having conducted history's biggest treasure, Morgan freed his prisoner and departed. The venture proved a triumph not only for him, but also for Jamaica. Okay. In the meantime, Morgan invested some of his money and land in Jamaica. Part of him hoped to settle down and enjoy a quiet life. But soon, partly because of his daring raid in Portobello, other adventure beckoning. The other part of him was still bold man, was found it all but impossible to turn down such golden opportunities. How much is true? Changing flags. The English flag that Morgan ran up on Portobello originated in 1606, 3 years before King James I had united the crown or ruling powers of England, Scotland, and Ireland, although at the time they remained separated countries from a territorial standpoint. That flag is not the one in use today, called the Union Jack. Okay? This is the Union Jack. Okay?
I'm listening.
Do you see the difference between these two flags?
Yes, I mean.
Come and show me and tell me what do you see different.
Oh, remember that.
What's different between those two
The
flags?
difference is that last time they didn't have those stripes,
Okay.
but they don't have the stripes
You can
here.
get married.
But they do have the stripes. They're like
Okay.
red.
What do you know about the English flag? Did the school talk to you about that?
Let's go talk about the
I'm talking to you, Michael.
oh.
No.
They
Okay.
look a little bit different. This one's all white, this one's all white, this one's all white, this one's all white, this is all red.
Okay.
Right.
Listen. All these remain the same except with that red stripe going here. Okay. So that was. So they're talking about that. That flag is not the one used today, called the Union Jack. Rather, it dates in 1801, the year before England, Scotland, and Ireland had come together to form a single nation state, the United Kingdom of Great Britain. And Ireland usually referred to simply as the United Kingdom for short. Okay? War crime or tall tale. The attack on Portobello raised serious questions about Morgan's honor. The rumor quickly spread that he had used nuns and priests as human shield, and later, thanks to Esqueling's account, this unsavory tale permanently remained part of Morgan's popular image. But did Morgan actually commit that war crime? Historians have long pored through the diary and documents of the era. That solid evidence has been found supporting Esqueling's claim about using priests and nuns as human shield. Morgan himself loudly denied the accusation. In fact, he was so deeply insulted by Esqueling's account of the incident that he sued that writer's publisher. In turn, the publisher issued a retraction saying he no longer accepts Esqueling's account as truthful. So Morgan was angry that someone wrote about him that he used nun and priest as human shield. Okay, they were writing about it, so he was very upset about that. So he sued the publisher. Is a company that the book. Okay, they call them publisher for saying lies about him. And then later on, the publisher decided to take their words back, saying that, oh, we made a mistake, that didn't happen, or whatever. All right, Michael, you are done. That's your reading for today. Tomorrow morning, I'll continue to read, even though I just need to finish the book, okay?
No.
Now read me the funny thing.
All right, read it to Mark.
Read what?
Michael wrote something for school.
You read it.
No, read it, Michael. I want to hear you read it.
No.
I'll read it. It started. The picture to the right shows Mr. Soul, a shoe salesman, presenting a new pair of shoes to 4-year-old Frankie and his mother, Mrs. James. Frankie is crying because he is unhappy with the shoes that Mr. Soul is showing him. On the line below, write a dialogue from their conversation. Okay? So Michael had to write the conversation, okay, between the salesman, the kid, and his mom. Okay? It starts like that. Mr. Soul, hi Frankie, I have a pair of shoes right here that I know you'll love. Mrs. Jones, oh, those are nice. Look, Frankie, they're blue. Your favorite color. Now this is where Michael starts his conversation. Frankie, I hate them. Moron. Mrs. Jones, oh man. Frankie. Wah! Mrs. John, please
Michael,
stop.
what's wrong with you?
Frankie, get out of the house. Mr. Soul, no, Frankie. Mrs. John, be nice, Frankie. Mr. Soul, please, Frankie. Frankie, get out. Mrs. John, no, dummy. That's Michael's conversation. Michael, I told you you need to you close the.
Why was that so funny? Huh?
I don't know, but I just thought it was poor choice of words.
Mark,
But that's
I read
it.
it to you now.
No, that's it. Mark, I need to do. Let's check your homework.
Watch your TV so Daddy can relax.
I forgot. Mark didn't do his homework. I didn't check his homework yet. He just got out of the toilet.
Can I still
Okay.
watch some TV?
No, wait then.
Let me check.
Oh, wait till
Did you? Your homework usually fast. Did you do? What did you do? Did you start it?
just
Oh,
What are you bringing here, Michael?
Just this.
That's Mark's pillow.
On Wednesday.
Yeah.
Michael,
Mommy?
please, okay? MP.
I needed to draw my favorite story, which is
Okay.
Minecraft.
Choose a book, draw your favorite event from the story, share aloud a statement about your picture.
Oh.
Who wrote this?
Me,
Oh.
Minecraft.
What does it say?
Bob,
And what is that?
Mark.
Oh my God.
They-
I'm impressed.
Bob
Okay.
and Mark.
So tell an adult why you like this part of the book. You said it's Minecraft. Okay, go ahead. Tell me.
And this is the boss. But I didn't write his life.
It's okay, but you need to tell us about it. What is
Michael,
this
it's not
about?
going to stay up, okay?
He's
What?
the Wover.
Okay.
That's a Wilbur story.
Alright, tell me the story about this, okay? Bob and Mark, tell me.
About this guy.
What, everything you drew?
About this guy, the boss. He is talking about I am Bob, the Bob Mister.
Okay.
And this is Mark. Mark says, "No, Mr. Bob, get out of the house. No, I will destroy the whole place. Get out of the house."
You're using Michael's thing. If I knew that was your homework, I will not read Michael's thing first to you.
Okay, there's one more thing.
Wait, is this? Okay, that's tomorrow. Oh, that was it? Okay, you could turn on the TV.
What was the,
You're done.
get out of the house.
What is this? Hello, fam. At the end of the week, we will have finished our first unit chapter of math. Your child will be giving a test to see if they have mastered the material. You're gonna have a test, Mark. Listed below are concepts the student will test on and some sample problems you can use to help your scholar prepare for the test. Thank you for your support. Okay, counting object up to 5. Can you count up to 5 for me? Mark, count up to 5 for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Can you write the number? I'm gonna give you something. Can you write? Let's see. Let's look for. That's practicing. Make 5 for me. Just don't bring that circle like you did here, all the way on top like that. Down, okay. Half a circle, not too big. Yes, like that. Make 3 for me. Write number 3. Yeah, you did it the right side. Very good. 2. Oh, number 2. Nice. Okay, do you know how to spell the number 0? What's the first letter in 0?
Z, E, I.
Write the words so far. Z-E, which you said. Go to the next line. You don't need to erase it. Just go to the next line. Z-E, which you said. Zero.
O.
R.
R.
Keep it close to the R. Alright, go ahead. R. What do you think the next word is? The next letter.
I'm thinking.
0.
O.
Yes. Alright, we read the pirate thing. That was chapter 2, right? I read, or did I get to chapter? Alright, tomorrow morning I'll read chapter 3. Okay, my mom finish it before I give you more.
I'm done.
There's a fish with things.
Yeah, I'll be in the food.
Alright, put this in the sink. Work this way. Go, move out. And remember, Mark, on Friday, in order for you to play video game, you need to know your additions. Okay? So Michael, you wanna help him. You wanna help Mark all the time. So this is the time for you to help him with the math. He needs to do the 1s and the 2.